So let me give you a bit of insight into London visited. And one of the things that I do is keep a list of places that I really want to come and visit. And this place has been on my list 2-3 years, and the reason is it's mainly a Saturday market, and this is one of the Saturday markets in London which, well, always gets raved about. So today we'll come down here, come and have a look, see what it's all about, and see if we can give you some hints and tips if you're coming down to Maltby Street Market of where to go. And it's nice and easy to get to because it's right under the arches of London Bridge. Anyway, more about that in the video. Enjoy.
So as you can see there with the trains going behind, that is the main line into London Bridge, and it's probably a good 5 to 10 minutes walk away from there, of course depending on the pace that you've got. And then you've got all of these beautiful things all set up in the arches underneath the railway going in. You've got these tables all set up as well, and then you've got Maltby Street Market itself. Now if you're an absolute foodie and you love coming down and trying different types of food, this is probably going to be the place for you. So all I would say is Maltby Street Market is a pure food place. Okay, this is where you come and have food. There isn't anything else down here apart from food, cafes, restaurants, etc. Good, we got that cleared up. In the second half of the video, we're going to show you another market, which is about a 3 or 4 minute walk away from here, which has got other bits and pieces, but stay watching for that. So the market is open Saturday 10 AM to 5 PM, but it's also open on a Sunday as well between 11 AM and 4 PM. More condensed hours, Sunday trading and all the rest of it. Now if you're looking for history, you're certainly not going to find it down here because Maltby Street Market is a very recent market, and it was actually developed from a group of borough market traders, which is, well, probably about a 10-minute walk away from here, who had opened storage facilities in the railway arches around here, around Maltby Street, about a mile from the market. In 2009, the Monmouth Coffee Company, yes, one that's been reviewed on other channels, and we've been there on this channel as well, started to open their arch to sell coffee on Saturdays, and other traders followed their example. In 2011, 7 traders were evicted from Borough Market for trading at a competing venue. So in turn, the traders criticised poor facilities at the market and moved away to selling takeaway food. Initially, 9 traders moved the mile from Borough Market to Maltby Street. The market has changed and developed quite a bit since then, and now includes up to 30 traders at any one time, with a very steady cycle of new traders coming and going, as decided by the market authorities. Now, many of the original rogue traders who first parted ways with Borough Market have subsequently moved yet further down the railway line to a place called Spa Terminus and created a fruit production and distribution centre on that site. There you go. So it's not somewhere we can go and visit, but that's where they're sorting out and doing all their food. So it's got various street food vendors, and it has been described by several publications as being one of those places you just need to go at the weekend. So our views and opinions, well, Jaden and I came down here, and the food, well, it just looks absolutely delicious. And the food that we tasted, and we had a couple of different things from different stalls. Jaden went to the duck stall and had something from there. I went to the Ethiopian one and had, oh my word, the smell and the spice and the food was absolutely phenomenal. So it is definitely one of those places if you want your senses done in, because, well, the smells coming from every corner are fantastic. But it's also, as you can tell here as well, a very busy place, and we did come down here about 1 o'clock lunchtime, so you really are capturing it. Now if you really want to move and be able to sort of move around and have a good look round, then you need to go down to the far end, the end that's furthest away from London Bridge. It's not as busy, and also, as you can see here as well, you've got some traders that have set up their own sort of cafes and restaurants in the railway arches, and I would recommend, if you're wanting to go there, and you can, you book well in advance. Now, one of the things I loved doing here was people watching and just seeing where the queues developed. That sort of gave you an idea for some of the best food vendors. And this duck place here, which Jaden joined the queue for, okay, we were right back, but it only took about 10 minutes to get to the front, order your food and pay. Everyone takes card, by the way, so don't worry too much about cash down here as well. And also, they're very, very trusting, because the duck place where we got Jaden's food, their card machine wasn't working, and they were asking people to come back in about half an hour and pay for the food that they're taken away and eaten already. How about that for trust? So a big shout out to them. Now, you know us here at London Visited, we hope to make your trips to London really worthwhile. So I'm going to give you a tip here. Now, this is Maltby Street Market. The other market we're going to visit in this video in just a couple of seconds is Vinegar Yard Market, which is about a 5-minute walk away from here and is much closer to London Bridge Station. They do have food, but they have other things on sale as well. But the food selection, when I walked around it, was absolutely, well, I think limited is one word, rubbish is another. So what I would suggest is you go to one market and have a look round, and you certainly come down to this one to have your senses, well, knocked out and come and have the food. Right, now let's have a look at a Vinegar Yard Market. So here, right by the side of London Bridge and under shadow of the Shard, you have this one, Vinegar Yard. Carry on down that road and you get to Maltby Street. There you go, there's the Shard, and this, behind the yellow awnings, is Vinegar Yard. Now, by summer, they take the covers off, but in winter, it's open, and it's open with the covers on. So it's closed on a Monday and Tuesday. It's open Wednesday to Friday, 4 p.m. to 10:30, so it's a late night one. Saturday, 12 midday until 10:30 p.m, and on a Sunday, midday till 8 p.m. So there you go, you've got a couple of different times there. My suggestion is Google it, and then you can find out the times. Now, this is the best part of it. It's what they call their flea market, and you can walk around here and see all different sorts of stuff you might just fancy. And just look at those summer dresses and summer hats as well. I must admit, I was tempted by the on the air lights. So I must admit, I did enjoy having a look around the flea market. They've got all different sorts of bits and pieces, including a record shop, which Jaden found right up his street. And also, interestingly, they had t-shirt printing as well. So you could get a t-shirt for £20 with all different sorts of prints on it as well, which you buy from their stock. There you go, you can see jewellery there as well. And it's quite interesting because some of these places, like these ones down here, seem to be inside the metal containers that you get on the back of a lorry, which is a good way to protect their goods. Now, Vinegar Yard describe themselves as an eclectic mix of drinks, food, flea market and art, and you can socialise in the sun in their huge outdoor venue. Now, alongside their extensive drinks menu and food traders, they offer a great choice for every taste daily. Unfortunately, I didn't find that quite the case. When I walked in, the security guards were very, very miserable, very, very unfriendly, asked me to stop videoing immediately, and I'm not being funny, I was only filming by phone just so I could capture it and bring it to you guys. There you go, you can see it there. But then that's when I went through the main door. Don't worry, I'll give you a bit of a glimpse round in just one second. What they do seem to concentrate is on their bar areas. So if it's drinks you're after, yeah, you may well come down here, especially if it's a nice summer's evening. And as you can see, as we told you earlier, the nights they're open till late, so it might be just your thing. But for me, definitely the flea market wins it. So having a quick look around this market and also seeing Maltby Street before, I hope you get the general idea. So come down here and have a general look around this part of the market at Vinegar Yard, and then take the stroll down to Maltby Street, or do it the other way around if it's lunchtime or dinner time and you fancy your food and you're hungry. There you go, gives you a combination of both of these markets right next to each other under the gaze of the Shard. So this is the entrance which goes into the food area, and if you look on the right, you can see there you go, you see security getting very, very miffed. I don't know, don't ask me, but there's more than one way to skin a cat, so I filmed it from the other side. There you go. Right. Now, if you love going to markets, here's one I put up in the top right-hand corner for you that many people don't go to. It's the Columbia Flower Market on a Sunday. So if you click on that video, I'll see you in there.